Good afternoon. This is the weather planning briefing for Thursday, February 2nd. So just to start off with a quick view of the matrix, our weather planning matrix, we pretty much have low impacts all throughout the next 5 days. Some of that is some freezing fog that we have in the forecast for north central Idaho, northwest Montana, and west central Montana. But generally speaking, we do have either snow or snow at the pass level throughout the forecast period, as well as some potential for some freezing rain on Friday and also into Sunday. So for the expected snowfall ranges, we've got two systems coming through. The first one is going to be coming through Friday through Saturday, and sort of a low end forecast for that just really has everywhere getting basically a little bit up in the mountains, around an inch of snow, whereas a high end forecast is more like 2 to 3 inches up at some of the mountain passes and just a trace down here in the valley. So that's going to be a pretty minor impact, just a little bit of snow down in the valleys and a real minor inconvenience up at the passes. The bigger concern with that for Friday is the risk we have for some freezing rain, some ice accumulation, and right now that's a very low chance. But of course, if you coat the roads with ice, that's a pretty big impact. So these are the main areas we're looking at down around Orofino as you head up towards Weippe and that area in Idaho, and then of course Libby in northwest Montana, and then down in the Mission Valley, and of course the Flathead Valley, and then as you head north towards Eureka. And those are the areas that we would be most concerned. Still a low risk, but something that just the consequences of ice can be so bad that you still want to be prepared to deal with that. And then looking into the weekend, the 5th through the 7th, sort of Saturday night, or excuse me, more Sunday morning into Monday morning. This looks like a more significant snowstorm. We don't really have a lot of good information to give a good range of forecast, but kind of sort of an expected forecast. Middle of the road forecast for that system is less than an inch in most of the valleys across western Montana, and then of course much more up in the mountains, 6 inches or more, especially in the Clearwater and the Nez Perce Mountains and into the Bitterroot Mountains. And then of course the Mission Mountains and the Swan Mountains as well pick up some higher snow amounts. We're only looking at a few inches at most of the passes. On the high end, 6 to 8 inches at Lookout Pass, but again, that's a very middle of the road forecast. Some of these areas could see up to around 12 inches in probably like a 36-hour time period, and then of course even the valleys may get much less than an inch. So still a wide range, but certainly a step up in the amount of snow that we were expecting from Friday into the Sunday and Monday system. Longer term, we're gonna stay active weather-wise, but near normal for temperatures and near normal for precip. So what that means is we're gonna have this active weather, but we're not really expecting any big systems, any really potent systems to come in, just to stay kind of this light showery, an inch of snow here and there, more nuisance type winter weather than really high impact. And so just to wrap it up, we have an active week ahead. We're only looking at minor to some moderate impacts as expected. And just the next couple of waves moving through Friday and Friday night, a little bit of potential for some freezing rain there, and then generally an inch of snow or less, maybe with the exception of a few passes picking up a couple inches. And then Sunday into Monday, it looks like a more significant system, but still we're, unless you're getting into the back country or the highest mountain passes, we're only looking at a few inches of snow. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us anytime. Thanks.